Whew. All right, so the strip down challenge. If you guys aren't aware what the strip down challenge is they basically just 10 minutes uncut raw footage of people kind of getting some things off their chest. Um, I personally was motivated and inspired to do this by Shady Penguin, Jonathan, Hermzar, Hermes, Chase, Crimson Seabad, and most recently is Nick Sacred Fire. He had a really good one, so I implore you to go check it out. Um, I am not really a feels person. I don't go into my feels. I don't go onto Twitter. I don't go onto Facebook. I hardly even tell my friends sometimes some of the things that are going on with me because I'm just not like that kind of person. I don't really seek help if ever. I've always been very independent of myself, and that comes from kind of how I was raised. My mom was Rose. She raised me by herself pretty much, and she kind of always taught me not to rely on other people. To kind of like you have to do things yourself. Um, she worked really hard all by herself, raised me that way. Uh, and to put that in perspective, I didn't even know we were pretty much poor until I got older because she worked so hard to get me the things that I wanted. Um, and I respect her for that. But I learned that from her is just to be independent of that. So um, I guess to start all of this off, really to start this all off, is that my actual name is Fausto. It's one of those names where you say it and you keep saying it and it still sounds like you're mispronouncing it, even though it's your own name, Fausto. But that's my name. Even when other people call me that, I'm like, that's not my. Oh yeah, wait, that is my name. So other people call me Steb. That's kind of like the nickname I've adopted over the years is Steb ever since I was a kid. Um, I guess the main thing I'm going to talk. I'm not sure where to go on this. I'm not sure where to start. It's going to be all over the place. I'm almost positive I have some kind of disorder because I am going to jump back and forth in time in this, and I do apologize. But one of the things, the main thing I want to talk about is goals. It's kind of the theme that everyone has right now is goals in their video. Um, One of my main goals right now is not YouTube, and I know maybe some of you are shocked. Oh my gosh, not YouTube, but it isn't. It's getting better at these programs, these effects, and moving on to work at somewhere in LA. One thing that's really hard about that goal is, and I'm really hungry for it. I learn every single day more stuff. But even if I got an interview in LA, for instance, for a VFX house, I don't even think I could afford to go out there for that weekend or whatever and do the interview. And if I got hired, I don't even think I could afford to move out there because it's so expensive and I had no one to help me. I have no I Some of you might sympathize with this, but I don't really have a lot of family to help me out when I need it. We're all, we got to fight for ourselves. Um my mom is not in a position to help me, and in fact, I'm actually helping her out. So that's the thing. So if any of you guys out there are you guys have a family that's able to help you and support you, do not take it for granted. You won the lottery. Okay, you won the goddamn lottery, and you should be happy about it and not take it for granted because um I would I would I would pet at least 10 kittens to get where you are, and I'm allergic. I'm actually not, but I need an analogy that wasn't vulgar. Um, so I guess what I want to say, the next thing I want to talk about is that that's pretty rough for me. So that's kind of where my focuses are right now is trying to get so good that these companies recognize me and they say, hey, this guy is putting a lot of effort into his work. He showing a lot of passion for it. We should give him a chance, and maybe they'll hire me to work in LA and work on movies. That's what I want to do. I definitely want to keep doing YouTube. Definitely, I started my channel at the beginning of this year, and I never expected it to even be where it is right now. We're almost at 1,700 subs, and to me, that is really a lot. That's a ton to me, and I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful that I got a viral video and 1,000 of you decided to subscribe in like one day. So thank you for that. Um, those Omega Plays Pokemon videos are extremely hard to edit, and I apologize, and that's why I haven't released them because the 40 hours, 30 plus hours it takes for me to edit an Omega Plays, I've been thinking in my head I could use that to be editing or learning a new program or learning a new effect in the program. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. I definitely want to keep doing YouTube, but It's just not my main dream. My main dream is to work on actual feature films. Um, I've been getting a lot of Twitter messages, and I won't name names, but people have been messaging me saying that they're worried about their quality. They're worried about their people's opinions of them, or if people are gonna like their content. And I gave the same advice to everyone. And maybe it's a cop out. Maybe it's a cop out for me doing that. But my advice is don't give a shit. Just don't care what other people think about you, because in the end of the day, these people do not influence your life, right? They're not the ones that they don't matter really. I mean, um and what I mean by that, really, to elaborate a little more, is that when you are making content on YouTube, on a platform like YouTube, you're giving away free content for these people. You are learning a bunch of things. You're learning how to edit. You're learning how to market yourself on Twitter. You socialize with people, which in itself is a skill. Using Twitter is a skill. You can get a job where all you do is Twitter. I don't know if you knew that, but those are out there. Putting yourself on a mic, putting yourself on a camera, all these things are skills, and you having that drive, that motivation to learn those things just to begin with, just to start uploading videos, is a skill in itself, and it's going to carry over to whatever you choose to do in your future. It might not be YouTube in the future. You might be doing something completely different, away from that kind of entertainment, like, media area, but it will all carry over. Trust me, that drive, that inspiration will all carry over to whatever you do. So what I tell people is just to not care. Just do it. Just do it. You can't move forward if you never take that step. You can't get better if you never tried in the first place. Right? I mean, it's like, I'm gonna quote Jake the dog here from Adventure Time. Sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something. And its truer words have never been spoken, right? And it's from a cartoon show. There's a lot of quotes from cartoon shows. Mewtwo has some good quotes. But yeah, you just gotta get better, and that's my goal too. I want to be surrounded by people who are better than I am, so I can pick their brains every day and find out what they know. And that's why when people message me on Twitter, I don't mind helping them out. When people say, "Oh, I need help with Adobe Premiere, I can't get this working," I will take time out of my day, and I will Skype you, I will message you back and forth to figure out what the problem is with your program. If you want to learn something in Premiere, I will sit down on a Skype call with you and I will teach you. If you are passionate about it, if you have that drive to learn something new and to better yourself, you are my favorite person, and I will help you because I like doing it. I like when people want to learn things. But that can also backfire too, because I've had people who, for instance, at work want to learn After Effects, but maybe they don't want to put all the effort into it that it requires. Because, if you learn After Effects for a day and you don't use it for the next week, you're probably going to forget everything I taught you. Let's be honest here. So I guess my point is that I don't mind helping people if they need it, because I love doing it. And I believe that everyone should just get better, get good at things, and never stop trying. So all these people messaging me saying they want advice, you can keep messaging me. This isn't like a message to everyone, but the main advice I want to give you guys is just don't give a shit. Fuck them. And learn how to take criticism too. Criticism is a huge thing. If you can take criticism, you're going to be really well off. And I'm not sure if the reason why I can take criticism is because of being like an editor for so long, doing it professionally for so long, or if it's because I played massively multiplayer online games. I played online games for like my entire life. Maybe that's why I can take criticism so well. It might even be because I don't know if I touched on this. It might even be because my family never believed in me. I mean, in high school, I had bad grades. I would stay in my room 24/7 for all of summer, just not even leave my room pretty much all summer, and play video games and learn how to edit. And I started learning how to edit at the age of 13. I even have my my thing here, my old, look at this thing. It's like a brick. I learned how to edit in After Effects on this. It crashed like every second, but I learned. I taught myself. So definitely, I didn't go to school for any of this stuff. I think anyone can do it. This video will probably be over 10 minutes. I apologize. But my point is that criticism is something that everyone should just learn how to take. I mean, taking bad criticism, if someone says like your video is bad, okay, yeah, don't get upset about that. I mean, that's a lame comment. Yeah, your video sucks. This sucks. There's no reason for it. But fuck them because fuck them because who are they? Who is this person saying your video is bad? They're nobody, okay? Um, if they say your video is bad because blah blah blah, then take that criticism and apply it. Do not get upset. Do not get hurt about it. Get a thick skin and apply it to whatever you're doing because I guarantee you that you bettering yourself, like the amount of energy you spend getting upset over things, could be spent just getting better. That's it. That's all there is to it. Just it's time management, and you develop that as you go on and learn these things. But the time that it takes to get upset about things and like dwell on it, just don't dwell on it. If you dwell on it, you're not getting anything done. If you put it on the wayside and say, whatever, you continue what you're doing, you're getting things done. And that's just as simple as that. It's really easy. So definitely just I guess I'm going with that is also I don't want to go into fields too much. I don't like talking about it, but my family never supported me. They were always criticizing me for everything I did and everything I didn't do, and it was just very annoying and annoying. And I know a lot of you guys out there have these issues with maybe your family doesn't agree with you spending so much time on YouTube and stuff like that, but you're learning skills. You're doing something. No one believed in me, and now I'm doing it professionally. I'm getting paid money to edit and film and do motion graphics freelance. So, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, they didn't know anything. They don't know what they're talking about. Um, so I don't know what to say. I don't know where I'm going with this exactly. Um, in high school I got bad grades. Everyone didn't think I'd amount to anything. My parents didn't think that I could do, or my mom, not my parents. I don't. My dad's not around. If you didn't get that yet, um, my mom didn't. My mom believed in me. My mom believed in me, but she was always worried. Your parents always want the best for you. They always want you to have a future. Um, it's like Nick said. As soon as you get out of high school, you're supposed to have a plan. But I didn't have a plan. I went to college for 2 years. I wanted to be a chef. I took 3 years of culinary classes, and I went to competitions. But none of that stuff, like, it was fun. I really did have a passion for it. But as I got older, I realized that I have these creative ideas, and they're not going to be satisfied working in a kitchen. Like, being a chef can be creative, don't get me wrong, but I don't like following menus. I don't like following recipes. I mean, not that they do. I mean, if you're near a chef, they'd kind of just eye everything. There's no time for recipes. But you get the whole idea, is that I want to do things my own way. I do not like things being cookie cutter. If you look at my recent videos, they haven't been being uploaded that often, but they're always highly edited because I like highly edited things. I would love to do. I won't go into that actually. That's a whole other thing. Maybe one day we'll do that, but not right now. So yeah, I'm not saying be bad in school. I'm not saying suck at school. Like, you should definitely do good at school. Trust me, if I could go back, I would try to be better at school because it can help you in so many ways. And even go. I'm not saying don't go to college. You should go to college if you want to. But just realize that when it comes to filmmaking and professionalism and what I do, for instance, if you go in there for film, it's all about connections at that point. I feel like a lot of employers don't look at your degree, you know what I mean? Because it's more of a skill-based thing. But for anything else, I mean, a degree is always nice to have. When you're applying for places, they're definitely going to look at your degree before they look at most other things. Um, but I'm just saying that if you are struggling and other things like that, find what you want to do. Because not this advice doesn't apply to just this advice doesn't apply to just YouTube. It applies to every aspect of life. Any field you choose to work in, getting better, not dwelling on things, being able to take criticism and moving forward, it all applies, right? Pick the brain of the people who are better than you and strive to be like them and even more. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm just like, I did the strip down challenge and maybe I did it wrong. Did I do the strip down challenge wrong? Am I supposed to like I can't really go into fields too much. It's really difficult for me. I touched on a little bit of my family stuff in my dreams, and and everyone who has dreams, you have things in the way. Things are gonna be more difficult, whether it's money or it's certain family members who are very controlling or limiting. Um, there's a lot of obstacles to go through in life, but if you don't let them get in the way, and if you keep moving forward, you keep getting stronger in order to make those hurdles, then it's not going to be a problem at a certain point. At a certain point, you're going to have everything you need to get through any obstacle. And I think that's where everyone strives to be, and only a few people um, fully get there. But I think if you really want it enough, you're going to get it. Um, a good example of that, I want to close this out pretty soon. A good example of that, Hermes. Haven't checked him out. He's been putting a ton of work into his channel. He's been doing a lot of really awesome videos. He's been learning about YouTube statistics and YouTube algorithms and things like that helps him better his channel. And he's been doing a really good job, and I admire it so much. And I'm very proud of him. Um, because even if he didn't want to do YouTube, all these skills that he's learned is going to carry over to anything he does. So I guess this is my final advice. Like, let's just recap: is just keep doing what you want to do. Don't let people have a thick skin. Don't let people get to you. Just do it, because you're learning a skill in the process. And even if this isn't what you want to do, whether it's YouTube or whatever, all these skills are going to apply to something. You can take them anywhere. That drive, that want to be better is always going to apply to anything you do. Um, and yeah, and I look at myself for growth. And like I said, I started my channel in a year ago, like at the beginning of this year, and I've grown so much. I've learned so many things, and I've met so many cool people and so many friends that I didn't even know I didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know YouTubers talk to each other. To be honest, that is as absurd as that sounds. I didn't even know YouTubers talked to each other and collaborated. I didn't know. But now I do, and it's a beautiful thing. So, thank you for everyone else who's been doing this strip down challenge. It's been very insightful. I think I might have done money wrong. I think I might have offered like advice or something. I don't know what I did, but I just felt like I wanted to tell people these things. I wanted to encourage people to keep being creative and not let others get in the way of that creativity, because it's really sad when that happens. It's really sad to see people get discouraged based on someone else's thoughts or opinions, when in the end that person doesn't matter. They're not part of your life. They don't matter. Okay. All right, I think that's it. Uh I don't know if I'm getting nasally or I'm getting teary-eyed. Anyways, thank you guys very much. My name is yeah, whatever. There's no introduction. There's no outro required. That's GG. Thanks guys.